Yeah, today is another day that I want to speak on a subject. You know what I mean? I got a lot going on during the time that I don't work, through Monday and Friday, or sometimes I may go to work on Saturday. I have a lot of time to myself. I don't really like time to myself because, me dealing with the pressure from my brother being killed by the police. Whenever you got too much time on your hands, you got too much time to think. But that depends on the individual. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always I'm always a thinker. I play chess. So I try to be like 2, 3, 4, and 5 moves ahead. At least I try to be. And that's the difference in between a lot of people in this world. But the subject I want to touch on today is God and who his true people are. Who is God's people? See, God, what y'all don't understand is God has a select. Let me spell that out. SELECT. He has a select race. Oops, I'm sorry. That's his people. Oh, you don't believe me? Go to Acts 7:6. See, the studying that I did, along with the personal spiritual experiences that I have dealt with personally, I am 100% correct. And you can't beat that. I promise. So, Acts 7:6, if you look in the Bible, speaks about, even though the Bible has been fabricated somewhat, some of it is true, but it speaks upon that my people, God's people, will be taken from a foreign land and enslaved and mistreated for 400 years. They will be strangers to a land that's already owned by other people, and they will be enslaved and mistreated for 400 years. Unless I got my history incorrect. I thought that brothers and sisters was taken from Africa and we became over here. We was enslaved for 400 years. And we ended up making it somewhat out of slavery until they introduced a new slavery, which is the judicial system and the police. Yeah, so we somewhat made it out. That's my whole thing. So when you living over here and people telling you all this, oh, you can't drink, oh, you shouldn't smoke a cigarette, oh, you gonna go to hell for that, don't listen to that. I'm here to tell you personally, don't listen to that. Because we already God people. God knew we was going to be enslaved and taken from our own land. He already knew this. There is a God, number one. So all the stuff that people telling you shouldn't do, you can't do, yeah, it may be killing you. Yeah, you shouldn't do it as far as health is concerned. But it don't matter. Number one, y'all need to stop killing each other. Black people. Y'all need to stop taking from each other. I'm not saying take from nobody else either. I have done stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, I used to commit armed robberies, but I never would rob nobody that was black. And I would never rob nobody that was from the hood. Or none of that. I would never oppress my own people. I used to run in restaurants. Boom, let me get that. That's what I did. KFC ain't gonna miss it. I ain't got nothing to hide because I done already did the time for it. I done been to prison for mine. I run at Walmart, let me get 500 steaks real quick. And put them in this grocery cart and run them up out of here so I can go make $300-400 real quick. And then go to the next one. Walmart ain't gonna miss it. They billionaires. But I would never take from my own people. That's where y'all screwing up at. But I'm going to say this one little short story real quick. I got shot up. A nigga pulled up on me and shot me up. Boom, 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 boom. I ain't no going to the hospital. I'm going to tell you how this is facts of what I'm talking about. Number one, if you got a picture in your house of Jesus and he a white man, take it down. That's very disrespectful. Because you being misled. And I'm going to be honest with you. All y'all people who think y'all be going to church every week, you ain't going to heaven. You ain't going to heaven because you don't do no research. There's another part of the Bible that says, do not let no man mislead you. And y'all being misled. Because y'all don't do no research. Y'all still living in slavery days. You got some grandmas who's 60 and 70 years old who won't listen to nothing that you got to say. Oh, I don't want to hear that. Even my mama be doing that. Okay, well, that's fine. You go to church every Sunday, and then when you end up burning up, you gonna wonder, how did I get here? Because you didn't want to hear the truth. Like Lil Boosie said, I'm here to spit the truth. But anyway, I got shot up several times. You know, I was laying in the hospital or whatever. And I stayed in the hospital 3.5 months. It was a female who walked by my room with heels on. I had tubes all down my throat. I had a needle in my chest near my heart where they had to feed me through that because I couldn't eat. So I was dying. Like, I was really dying. And she walked by my room with heels on, and I noticed mentally that I say, darn, I was even on point in the hospital. Like, darn, this woman who just walked by, her heels stopped right past my room. I don't hear them walking on up the hallway. Like, she's not walking on up towards the desk. Why did her heels stop? She turned around, came, and I seen her in my doorway. And she said, hey, I don't know you. I don't know what you in the hospital for. But when I walked past your room, something told me to come in here and pray for you. She was like, do you mind if I come in and pray for you? I don't know if you believe in God. I say, ma'am, I do believe in God. She was like, well, you don't mind? I say, no, I don't mind. This woman came, this happened in 2007. She came in the room and started praying for me. Grabbed my hand. I don't even know this woman. She don't know me. She just came out of nowhere. Came in the room and started praying for me. I closed my eyes and I saw a vision. A very vivid vision. Of a man coming down on a cloud. A singular cloud. A singular cloud that only really his feet can fit on. He had on a white robe that was in gold. The neck part of it, like where your collar at, but it was a robe. All of that was gold. The inside trimming of the robe was straight gold. The bottom of the robe that goes all the way around was straight gold. The sandals he had on was straight gold. Now let's get to the point. His feet was brown. I couldn't see his face at all. His face was blinded by a light. You could not see his eyes. You couldn't see his nose. You couldn't see his mouth. You couldn't see his chin. You couldn't see his cheeks. You couldn't see his forehead. Because all that was blinded by a light. A light that was so bright, you couldn't see anything. But he had hair like mine. But it was long and it came shoulder length. So clean cut. Like dreads. It was like dreads. Clean cut around the shoulders. That dropped to his shoulders. Clean cut. He held out one finger. Like this. While he's standing on the cloud, he held out one finger. Like this. Don't you know? Feet brown. I can see his hands brown. I can see his neck brown. If you pop open a pecan right now, pop open a pecan, he may be either that color or just slightly up under that. But make a long story short, he held that one finger. A week later, I became completely healed. My stomach and stuff my intestines started working again. My stomach started working again. I was able to start back using the bathroom, pee on my own. I became healed. But I'm here to tell my people, please share this everywhere that you can. If you got people in Chicago, New York, California, New Orleans, I don't care. I love all of y'all the same because we going through the same struggle. Quit killing each other. Quit taking from each other. Unite. I'm going to spend my last breath on doing this right here. Because these people hate for us to ever come together. And before they let us come together, they'll kill me because I'm going to be another voice. I'm going to be another Martin Luther King. I'm going to be another Malcolm X. Yeah. What happened to them? Oh, they just magically disappeared, huh? Anybody who trying to stand for freedom and rights, the devil kill them. The devil. Now read that. We got brought to the devil's land. Really? But this last thing I'm going to say. I hope y'all pay close attention to this. Lil Boosie. Torrance Hatch. I love you, my nigga. You the realest nigga living right now. You that nigga. Yeah. T.I. Tip. I love you. Yeah, I love y'all nigga. T.I. Boosie. Gucci. Plies. Jeezy. What's up, young Jeezy? I love y'all niggas. Y'all some real niggas. Keep it pushing though. But I'm out.